This green earth has the strangest of animals. Some are eye-catching, and some look like works of art painted by Michelangelo. These we're about to see are not as pretty as you think. They're weird, scary, and when you see them the first instinct would be to run for dear life. Nature is a very uncanny creator. Let's check out and see some of the ones that even on screen send chills down your spine. Number 10. Myanmar snub-nosed monkey. This is one of those rare primates that when you see it you look again, just to make sure that it is what you're seeing. And what's with the teeth? They look like Dracula teeth, no? This one was discovered by scientists in 2010, yet the hunters and residents of Burma have known of this creature for ages. The locals refer to it as the monkey which has its face turned up, or in their local language, Noir. When you look at it at first glance, it looks like an innocent and almost sweet creature. When you get a bit closer to the monkey and take a look, you'll be perturbed. The nostrils on this creature are something else, quite ugly. Additionally, the snout on this monkey is very large, making it look quite strange, and it has fangs. On a lighter note, it looks as if the monkey was a result of a Botox procedure that went wrong during surgery. And the eyes will spook you out for sure. They're pitch black, and when you make eye contact with a monkey, you'll feel as if you've entered a very dark place. Number 9. The Goliath tigerfish. This very outlandish fish will give you the scare of your life and additionally traumatize you for days. You'll never set foot near a river ever again. This one is one of the biggest and scariest worldwide. It measures 27.5 inches for females. The males are much longer and are 70.8 inches in length. This is the average size of a human. If nothing else scares you, that should. The size of it and the very sharp teeth are what'll make you run. There is, however, something more terrifying about this creature. The fish has a pair of very big eyes that give it great vision, and in a very high-tech manner it's able to sense the low frequency of prey that's nearby, and then get ready for a hunt. The fish surrounds its prey in circular motions before it finally brutally attacks and captures its dinner. The attack of a Goliath tigerfish is similar to that of a piranha. It has a mouth full of 32 knife-like teeth that ensure it's no joke when it meets unsuspecting victims. A British fisherman and adventurer, Jimmy Wader, compares the teeth of the Goliath tigerfish to those of a great white shark, which is known as a killing machine. Number 8. Purple frog. Looking at this amphibian is quite repulsive, right? It's quite an unpleasant species in more ways than one. It was discovered in India in 2003 in the very famous Western Ghats. Its small head compared to its huge slimy body makes it quite an ugly sight. There's some eerie monster image about it. This is not one of those frogs that you put in your garden or even play with at the park. Your child will not agree to keep it as a pet. The purple frog has very small eyes that someone who has myopia might miss altogether. The eyes are also yellow, which contrasts with purple very awkwardly and bright. Aside from the eyes, the peculiar nose is another outstanding characteristic. When the frog decides it wants to sniff you or touch you with that nose, it would go down in history as one of the most disgusting things ever. Do take care when you travel to India. It would be quite memorable to have this frog go anywhere near you. Number 7. Goblin shark. This shark is pretty bizarre and very unusual. It has one of the strangest noses around, making it look like a created sci-fi creature. Additionally, it has a free-moving jaw which makes it look like it's dislocated from the shark's body. The jaw has a large number of teeth, with most of them on the front side. They have a sharply pointed dimension and end up looking like Jason Voorhees' famous electric saw. It would be frightening to spot this shark. The chances are pretty low though. This species lives in the deeper parts of the sea, approximately 4,490 feet deep. There it fishes and hunts for fish, a crustacean, as well as other long-snout creatures that hide deep underneath. Something else that's very unique about this shark is that it has some very powerful electroreceptors, giving it biological prowess to receive impulses to locate its prey. Number 6. Poodle moth. This strange species of moth was discovered in 2009 by one Dr. Arthur, who was on an expedition along the Grand Savannah National Park, found in Venezuela. If a regular moth scares you, this one from South America will give you nightmares every night. Its big dark eyes are so creepy, you might think it watches you during the night. It's a sort of night watcher. Its head also has some hairy features that make it even stranger and weird. One researcher, Dr. Klaus, calls it an adorable monster, with its very hairy and small demeanor. Its 4 wings are completely covered with hair. When the wings extend, they display a sort of magical appearance. It has 6 legs that make it easy to hold its weight and maneuver easily around and about. The last thing you want to land on your head is this poodle moth. Number 5. Brazilian tree hopper. If you thought that insects were horrible and nasty crawling creatures, this one will confirm that fact. The Brazilian tree hopper is unpleasant, disturbing, and weird. It has an enormous head that seems to be armored. Then its antennae look like helicopters and are composed of 5 hairy mini-spheres sticking out in all directions. Its large and terrifying eyes can be described as mirrors of terror. Besides that, it comes with some very thick wings which act as a protective mechanism for its abdomen from the harsh Brazilian rainforest climate. Its extraterrestrial appearance would make you throw up. Number 4. Blue dragon. When you talk of dragons, most people think of power, courage and terror. Others think of Khaleesi's dragons in the Game of Thrones. When you see the blue dragon, none of the aforementioned adjectives come to mind. This is because the blue dragon measures only 1 to 1.5 inches in length. This small yet strange species in most cases presents itself in the glows of light visible in blue and white colors. Additionally, it has 6 appendages that again expand in the form of rays around its body. The blue dragon is considered to be a sea slug, and as such it has a structure known as rajala, which is mostly a characteristic of mollusks. It then has small teeth that take the form of swords that help it in scraping for food. More so, this creature is a hermaphrodite, meaning that it possesses both male and female sexual organs. This is quite a peculiar creature. Number 3. Giant isopod. Compared to some of the creatures we've already seen, this one is to a large extent more normal. It's a crustacean, and it's the largest and most terror-inducing species to be found in the marine ecosystem. It's a distant cousin of the crab. Its monstrous size is quite huge. If a human being holds it, it's like holding a 1-week-old baby. Its length adds up to 19.68 feet. This crustacean is renowned as one of the oldest species to be found in the sea. It can be found in cold waters of the Atlantic Ocean where it tends to live. If you decide to go diving in the Atlantic one of these fine days, you'd better be prepared to come face to face with a giant isopod. If that happens, what would you do? It might be fascinating seeing the crustacean stare you down with its big grey eyes. Its exoskeleton is distributed like most insects in head, thorax and abdomen, giving it a prehistoric feel. Its 14 legs and a pair of antennae are quite intimidating. Please note, if you decide to go finding this crustacean, you might find an army of them down there. Number 2. Cereal lead beetle. Looking at this minute insect, you'd be easily fooled that it's a regular bug. This is considered the most horrendous and annoying insect, causing havoc to cultivations around the world in the form of a plague that cannot be stopped. It's commonly found in Asia and Europe, but today you'd easily find it in America as well. It reproduces once a year during the warmer seasons. Its little black head and 6 legs give it a weird aspect. What's more grotesque to look at is its larvae when still a worm. It's said to be easily infected by Tetratychus julius wasp, which leaves its larvae inside the little insect. This makes it look like a walking incubator. I bet this makes you reconsider becoming a farmer in Europe. Then again, the size of the insect is not intimidating. The question is, does it bite? Number 1. Blobfish. This fish takes center stage when we talk of ew and eerie creatures. It'll give you nightmares and daymares. You wonder what happened when it was being created. If you already had doubts about stepping into the ocean, this creature spooks you out completely. It's however found in the deepest waters of the Australian Ocean as well as near Tasmania. It's an invertebrate, making it seem like jelly the minute its body goes to the surface. It spreads itself out in a way that makes it look like it's spilling out. This phenomenon is caused by the fact that there's a change in pressure levels at the surface compared to the deep waters. On the surface they can measure about 11.81 inches where they feed on crustaceans. The other very strange thing about the blobfish is that it has a somewhat humanoid appearance. When out of the water it has 2 eyes and a nose that's too similar to the human nose. Thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed the video please let me know by clicking the like button. Do share, write a comment, and don't forget to subscribe so that you can catch up my next video.